Well, hey, everybody. Silence that thing. Am I on time? I mean, basically, pretty much 2 minutes. What's that going to do? Nothing. Hey, mods. Hey, Kathy Burkhart, Diana H., Mama E., also known as Erica. Well, hey, Bunny. There's little Bunny Foo Foo Floofy Foot. That's what I call him. And he doesn't like when I do that in public, but I think he really does. I think he's begging for it, honestly. I think we need that. I think we need more of that in the world. Hey, Joanne Hawley. Uh, who else is here? Let's not get behind this time, shall we? Mimi made it. Hey, Sierra Terry. It's okay. I'm just happy to see you, Sierra Terry. I love Sierra Terry. I got to meet her in person on Friday. It was amazing. Hey, little redneck. Abigail made it. Hey, babe. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Debbie A. There's Donna Cooper. Allie made it. Welcome, Allie. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I get concerned for you, my friend. Hey, Buffy. I just want you to know I think about you. Hey, Ghostwriter. Carmela Cannoli's back, and I love that. She's locked and loaded. She got a membership, so she can't leave us. Hey, Panda. Nikki, Ohio. Good picture, and welcome in. Catherine B. I hope you're doing okay. Been thinking about you too. Hey, Hockey, Just Jen, Kim is Blue, Yankee Kyle, welcome over. Hey, Liz Tricks, Paula McDonald. God, you guys, this chipped tooth is driving me nuts. Hey, Linda, Wes Lightburn, whine a little bit more. Hey, Rhonda, look like a biker chick. Ooh, I don't know that that's what I was going for. Nothing against biker chicks, but wow, really? Never thought of that. Interesting. Robin Miners. Marie Marion made it. Yeah, Allie, I've been thinking about you and Atticus and Spicy Mama, so I just want you to know that. Hey, Jeanette, welcome in. Hey, Jan, Tammy up in New York. Eric, happy birthday to Eric Levitt. Happy birthday to you, my friend. 39. Boy, what a year. What a time to be alive, really, honestly. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Tomorrow's my oldest nephew's birthday. He's turning 14. Happy birthday to your oldest nephew tomorrow. I love that. Hey, Lumen, Kim Leaf, Just Joan made it. Eyes to see. I never see you over here. Welcome over. Hey, Jen Finberg. Jen, I love you, girl. Hey, Kyla Farley. Pat Jonas is here. Tash Bits. Looking extra serial killery today. That better be because of these glasses. These are my Jeffrey Dahmers. Honestly, that's a compliment. Tommy always says that he's shocked I'm not a serial killer based on my background. I always get a little, how do you know I'm not? You don't know what I do in the nights. Actually, you do. I'm awake because the cats keep me up. There's no way. There's no way. Ever since Ed Kemper said serial killing is hard work, like butchering people is hard work, I was like, yeah, I can't even. Like, I bought a block of cheese at Costco yesterday because it was $3 off the Kerrygold cheese. And I was like, why did I do this? I don't have the strength to push a knife through this thing to cut it. Like, can you imagine? No, I can't imagine that for me. It's not for me. But I mean, it's a tough career. Serial killing is a very tough career these days, isn't it, Maisie Shiloh? You would know with all the cameras, DNA and whatnot. You know, people cough malaria into your face everywhere you go, right? It's like a bunch of kindergartners running around. Their DNA is everywhere. How are you going to do it? I'm not. I don't have that kind of time. I can't cut a block of cheese. Ewa, hey, blessed Gloria. Babs is here. Debbie Zito. It's the sleeveless look with the tattoos. I forgot I had these tattoos. I'm not sure that I'm a tattoo person. I'm not sure that I am. My mom was like, "Are you still glad you got those tattoos?" I was like, "I don't know." It kind of it was just in the blink of an eye. I don't know if I'm a tattoo kind of girl. And my mom was like, "Oh, Reese." I was like, "Diane." I can't keep up with all these lives. You and me both. Eyes to see. You think I can? I'm just a mouthpiece, babe. Hey, Tennessee girl. Little redneck, I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to hear it. There's Katie Fulton. Charlene made it. I love that you're here. Hey, Megan Keene. Let's see. Lachlan from Australia. We got a lot of Aussies. Welcome, Lachlan. Hey, Heather Snoopy. Anna Banana, you're so funny. You were killing me today. You're hilarious. I had a root canal today, and my dentist hugged me while I cried until I chilled out with nitrous. I'm taking paid bereavement leave for the rest of the week so I don't cry in everyone's lattes. So we had a death in the family, and I don't want to say who unless she's comfortable with it, but we know what bereavement means, so I'm okay saying that. Everyone just say a little prayer for Catherine B. She had to have a root canal today. She had to get drugged with nitrous, and she had a death yesterday, and she's really struggling with that. So, Catherine B., I'm glad that you're here. Take a little nap. Do some self-care. Lay on a heating pad. You know what to do. And text me if you need to. Hey, Joyce Drager. Hey, Bridge. That's what wood chippers are for. Yikes. I don't think those are easy to just go pick up at Lowe's. You know what I mean? That's why you have a hormone-filled teen to tackle that cheese. Well, you can't guarantee his hands are washed. Those kids are full of malaria, trichinosis, tuberculosis. Is Renee B in here? Speaking of tuberculosis, I have to sneeze. Hold on. So sorry, I'm back. I disassociated for a minute. Hey, Alicia. I love Alicia. I love Alicia too much. It makes her uncomfortable. So I just try to hold back. Hey, Angel K. Nikki, Ohio, I get that. It could, what if, you're exhausted waiting for the verdict? It may not be today, my friends. It may not be today. I know you guys are on pins and needles. Did I just put a T in the word needle? Hey, is it Charla? Or is the C silent? I hope you've had a great day. Jenny D, welcome in. There's Sophia. That's our saucy Australian. German. So many Aussies. Sorry, only one German. Sorry, Sophia. The German cheese stands alone. There's Meredith Lynn. Boy, that was terrible. Serial killer, you say? I know. Maisie Shiloh gets weird about it. She loves true crime. Maryland's Fine Art, welcome. Who's Carlotta? Hey, Bunny Foo-Foo. I feel like I should know who that is. I feel you raised. That's what I would say to my mother. I feel you raised. I don't understand, but it's on me, not you. Hey, Kafik. I thought of you today. I was like, I feel like I haven't seen Kafik in a while. There's Karma Charms Kittens. Guys, I got to meet her in person. She looks just like Selma Blair. It's weird how much she looks. And Selma Blair is a babe. Karma Charms Kittens is a fun person to sit in a Mexican restaurant for 7 hours with. I'm not kidding. The only regret I have from that meeting was my butt hurt so bad from that chair. Remember, I broke my tailbone that night. Other than that, it was completely worth it. I love Karma Charms Kittens. She's a cool lady. Hey, Brock Bandy. It's almost impossible to be a serial killer. That is a tough career. There's no more Zodiac killers. Do you ever notice that? Where's the Zodiacs? You know why? Because there's cameras everywhere. You can't be a serial killer here anymore. It's not a time to be alive, quite honestly. You know how you say, what a time to be alive? This isn't a time to be alive. But for a serial killer, that's a good thing because they don't want you to be alive, but it's not the time. You can't do it anymore. You just can't get away with it. Was that a mouse? What's a mouse? Am I super behind again? Damn it. I have a wood chipper if you need one. Hey, Katie B. I know you do, babe. You just give Tommy the word and he'll get it done for you. He'll do it. He'll get it done. Hey, Sharon. Your son is so handsome and seems to be a polite boy. Charlene, that is such a nice thing to say, babe. Thank you. He is. He's a good looking kid too. Hey, Anita Card. Cheap chick. Pray for my family. My daughter's house burned to the ground last night. Luckily, the boys are 1 and 4, all safe. Oh my God, that's horrible, Cheap Chick. Please keep us updated on that. I'm so grateful nobody got hurt. I hope there were no animals in there either, but it doesn't matter. It's still a huge loss. Please tell her we will pray for her. We'll pray for you. That's horrific. And I'm very, very sorry. That's a huge fear for all of us. That's horrific news. I mean that. And I'm really, really sorry. Jesus. That's terrible. Hey, Julie. Okay, scrolling. Karma Charms Kittens. I just couldn't get enough of you. Alicia, that was such a fun time That was such a fun lunch. Hey, Sherry LeBrun. Hey, boss, you are awesome sauce amazeballs. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be resting and you did pay to play. Those are trigger words. We're not allowed to say them unless we pay to say them. I cannot stand awesome sauce in particular, but if you pay to say it, it takes the sting out. Believe it or not, give it a try. Thank you and I love you. You should be resting. You don't have to pay to do it. I mean, technically you do per the rules, per the book. Nikki, Ohio. Okay, okay. Nikki, Ohio is going to keep us informed on what's going on. I'm going to mute this for a minute. Hang on. Johnny Scoville just called me on FaceTime. He never calls me. And I looked down and I thought, oh my God, Tommy's in the chat. But I thought, what if Tommy's suddenly dead and I don't know it? I better answer this. And he didn't know it was on FaceTime. And it took him a second. And I saw his face and he went, oh my God, that was an accident. And I said, did you intend to do this? He said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm live, but I muted it. Good Lord. I thought something in the family happened. He's a big dumb animal, people. Hey, Armine, thank you. Oh my God, I panicked. Like I can feel my heart pounding through my neck. I was like, did Tommy just did he just croak? And I don't know it. I was like, I just saw the lifeboat in here. But if I see Johnny Scoville calling me, I'm like, something's wrong. Holy crap. Okay, scared me. And then I saw his face and he went, oh my God. He looked just as shocked as me to see him. I was like, who's dead? Show me the body. I need to see the body. And if Tommy did die, of course, I am in charge of his estate, which all that means is I'm going to have him taxidermed because I do love Tommy's body and I love it that much. You know, he's got a yoga body. Ooh, it's so good. And everything's good. You know what I mean? And I love his hands. I love his giant nose, his falcon beak. He's got like a bigger nose than a bald eagle. And I just think, why waste that by putting it in the ground or into an incinerator? So I'm genius, right? I already got a taxidermist in Ecuador that said, no problemo. I will stuff the body for you and ship it wherever you want me to ship it. And I said, can you make him like this? Can you make him do this so that like I can constantly get into his arms and feel his yoga chest? And he said, absolutely. Like, and I had to have Yadira, honestly, what do you call that? He's only spoke a Spanish. So I had Yadira translate and I just said, hey, here's what I want. Hey, Michelle. She's like, what's going on? What incinerator? We don't want to have Tommy. We don't want to waste Tommy. Tommy is so attractive to me that I can't waste that face. You know what I mean? So I just asked a professional taxidermist in Ecuador if he would be willing to. So anyway, that's why I picked up the phone because I was like, if Tommy's dead, right? I need to talk to his brother about it. I need to make sure that we get all the stuffing that I want. I want a specific stuffing in the body that smells good. Like I'm going to pick my favorite male cologne and spray the stuffing before they stuff it into his yoga body so that he's going to have this so that I can hug him every day. But also I want him to smell good every day. You know, you don't want that kind of a thing to start to stink. Right. And I want to make sure we get the eye color right, even though he has those little beady ferret eyes. Hey, Amy G, he's got those little beady eyes. And I want to make sure we get all the, I'm very particular about this kind of thing. I'm picky about my sandwich at First Watch yesterday. You think I'm not going to be picky about taxiderming Tommy? I'm going to want to make sure that we have everything just right. Sorry, Deanna Boswell is like, holy shit, I'm over here from the lifeboat and you're a horrible person and I can't believe you're talking like that. This channel might not be for some people. I get that a lot. Sharon, I hope you don't leave because you just super chatted me. Thank you so much. Maisie says, I have nothing to say. I was just curious how long I've been a member. 24 months. I love you, Maisie Shiloh. You're hilarious. Sock it to me, old school. Linda always buys me a sock, like once or twice a month. She buys me a sock. Thank you, Linda. So you're planning on Tommy going home first? Well, Tommy's 14 years older than me. So, how do they say it here? Like Lord willing and the crow flies. I'm sorry about the live stream interruption. I swear it was an accident. Carry on. That was hilarious. And I'm glad you did. I thought it was great to hit mute and look down at your face. He was like, hello. I was like, hi, who died? He was like, no one. Bye. Sorry about that, Brother Johnny. I can't think of a time before this. But I am glad you're here. And I do want to every inch just right. Debbie's got it. Yeah. Can I talk to the manager, please? Get your manager and a supervisor. Sorry about that, Johnny, but really you should be the one that's sorry. But I'm glad we got to see each other for that split second. Maybe you really are a serial killer. No, I'm definitely not. I don't think I could do it. I'm not, thank you, Catherine. I am not a meat eater. Well, depends on your definition, right? But no, I don't eat meat. And I do have Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. I don't eat meat. So I feel like it would be pointless for me to be a serial killer. According to Clarice Starling, what does she say to Hannibal Lecter? She says, most serial killers keep some sort of trophies from their victims. And he goes, I didn't. And she goes, no, you ate yours. Right. So I don't know that I would keep a trophy. Now with Tommy, I would, right? With Tommy, I would, but I wouldn't serial kill Tommy. Not at all. No way. I want him alive. But what I'm saying is, I'm not entirely sure what I'm saying. I feel like I stepped into a big pile of shit and I'm trying to step out of it. And it's not happening. So I'm just going to stay here and stink. But what I guess I'm saying is, I don't think I could be a serial killer because I don't have any trophies I would keep. I'd be like, gross, this thing stinks. Like, you know how I feel about smells. I'm weird about textures. Like, I don't want to, I couldn't. I'm weird about bodies. I don't like even touching people. I just don't think I'm a candidate for being a serial killer. The more I think about it and go down this avenue, the more I'm like, I don't think I'm a candidate for that. I think I see myself doing other things. Not that though. And as much as I have a crush on Hannibal Lecter, I just don't think it's for me. You already got back to Florida. I'm so glad you made it home. That makes me feel much better. Thank you, Katie Fulton, for noticing. For what I hear, Tommy past stories, he gave 9 life. Sit and wait, Reese. Oh, he has not. Yeah, Tommy. You can't keep him down. Hey, Yankee Kyle, I'm doing good. So speaking of Tommy, for all the new people over here from the boat, I realized that you just checked in and checked the F out, right? Because you heard that conversation and you were like, wow, it's not for me. There's a great series on Netflix right now about serial killers. It's called Prodigal Son. I don't have Netflix, but I'm sure one of you would let me steal your account. I was thinking that Debbie Zito. She don't eat meat, but she sure like the bone. Yes. This is Tommy. This is my love bug. This is my love of my life, my partner in love and life, my man, my everything. That's Tommy. That's who Tommy is. My God. I'm here just mad as hell. Someone stole my Amazon order, cat litter and cat and dog treats, $50. Someone just took it. I'm so sorry that happened. I didn't even know you could do such a thing. Jesus. I'm sorry, Don Pariso. That's terrible. And I'm truly sorry that happened to you. I hope that we can lift you up in the audience tonight. Let's see. Yeah, just banned you. Mama Bear, what a nice break from world news. In here? Is it? Are you watching the world? Is it the world news right now? I don't watch the world news. Guys, I actually do have a topic. I have something I want to talk about today. And if you notice the title of this stream, everyone look at the title of this stream. Yeah, we don't F around in here with disrespect. No, especially not with our mods, not with Tommy, none of that. People are going to be nice or they're going to skedaddle. Guys, look at the title of this stream. This is a very passive aggressive thing. So Erica, that's what I want to talk about. I don't know that I would call it passive aggressive. I take that back. I don't like when people say you can't save them all. You can't save everyone, Sharon. And hey, HBH. And as much as that's accurate, it's true. There's nothing wrong with you if you say that. But people have said that to me my whole life. Uh, oh, that's true. Renee B says if you were going to be a serial killer, you could keep their jewelry as a trophy. Now that's a thought. That's a fresh take on things. And I like that a lot, Renee B. I like your dark way of thinking, your dark, twisted mind. That's true. I could keep a turquoise necklace or something if I were a serial killer. I like that. Uh, yes, Little Redneck says I try to save people. This is in all seriousness. We're switching topics now. You can't save them all. So this takes me back to I could keep their watches. That's so true. Yeah, I do love shoes. So what I could do is keep their jewelry and then swipe their watch for Tommy. Like I could just do that nights, like overnight, like just like a night position. I could just do it like a night shift. That's not a bad idea. Focus on the ones you can help, not the bless you can't. So when I don't know how many of you watched that stream Friday night when I was in LA protesting. Tommy's an incredible ex-bank robber. There's a lot to Tommy. I love Tommy very much. In all seriousness, Tommy has helped me so much. And speaking of that Friday night protest stream, I was so glad that he was there. He made himself very known in the chat that night. And, you know, I always think this to myself about my relationship with him now. We have been together years, and it's been roller coastery. And I'm more than happy to openly admit that it is for your relationships too in the first few years, because anyone that says that it's not is lying, right? Thanks, Maisie Shiloh. It takes a long time to get to know the ins and outs of someone and to fully get a person to trust you, to know everything. Yeah, Renee B. To know everything about a person. Oh, okay, Joanne. I know. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that, Joanne. Thank you for your super chat. I don't know that I'm going to do it now because we're so much further in, but I have spoken to that person one-on-one about it, just so you know. Joanne, thank you for that. Question about Scientology. Did you believe you would go in another body if you died? Yes. Yeah. I will say it again. If Reese told someone and they have a Louis Vuitton bag, she's taking it with them and I will let myself out. Okay, that's probably true. I mean, that's accurate and fair. Now that we know I'm a hypocrite about it. But I will just say this about I don't know what I was going to say now. Hey, Crafty Carrie, other than relationships have a lot of highs and lows and ups and downs, and just trying to get a person to just go to fully getting to know a person, trust a person. It's magical, it's hard, and it's a gift. Hey, Knight Rider. And I just want to say, like, Tommy and I have had a lot of I don't talk about us much anymore. If you notice, I don't talk. I hate Megan Keene. Yeah, this is getting creepy. Out, not today. Megan Keene, then maybe you don't ever want to come back. You don't like it here? That's perfectly okay. You don't have to announce it, though. Heather Rhodes, I love you too, babe. We're in a fresh place, and I don't talk about it much because I like where we're at, and I like what we have, and it's just become way more stabilized and real. But one of the biggest things that I've noticed as far as my relationship with Tommy, I talked about this in therapy today. My relationship with friends, people I work with outside of YouTube. Hey, Original Ann. Hey, Amy Edge. My therapist and I hit something pretty deep today. And let me see, because I wrote a bunch of shit down. Okay. Well, Megan Keene, you said today sucks. How am I supposed to react to that, right? It's a little cringy for me. Like, we're all in here as a group, and you're like, this specifically? This is getting creepy? Out? Not today? Like, so you're making it known that I'm disappointing you in some way, right? So this is just me. This is my personality. I don't know what to tell you about that. Hey, Skeeter. Thanks for your love and support. You're welcome back anytime. You can be here anytime, but you called me out, right? So I'm just calling out how I feel about your comment. So guys, I want you to listen to this. I wrote this down. I wrote this down. This is a good example. I want you to hear what I wrote down because it really shifted me today about, yeah, there are, do what you want to, Reese. Thank you, Eyes to See. It's hard to judge people. My therapist and I were talking about this. It's hard to judge people. Okay. This is actually a perfect moment, perfect timing. We judge people based on potential. And I added this: potential is an illusion. Hey, Martin, we judge people based, not everyone does this. I do this. We judge people based on potential. Potential is an illusion. So what I mean by that is I will meet someone or someone will be close in my life and I will put them up here when I really should be shelving them here. To me is like I'm like, that's how I treated my relationship with Tommy in the beginning, was like, there's so much potential to this, but I didn't know the ins and outs. And I would place things higher than they needed to be. And now I don't let myself down with people in business, my relationship, my friends, if I place them exactly where they are in my life. Because if I don't, hey, Linda Garden Lady, thank you. If otherwise, here's what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, people let me down. And is it them letting me down or is it me letting myself down because I judged you based on potential that I was holding you higher at? Do you see what I'm saying? Like I will put someone up here and go, they're going to do this, this, and this, but they never agreed to that. It's just where I place them in my mind. Thank God somebody gets it. Hey, Ricky and Drake, welcome in. It's you. If you have way less expectations and you just put people where they belong. Hey, Lynn Swell, how do you deal with people being constantly negative around you? Well, you just saw it. You just call it out for what it is. I wasn't trying to be rude to that girl at all. She's welcome here anytime. But if you're going to make a comment, right, I'm going to respond to the comment. I don't attack people. I'm not super reactive. You love people for who and what they are, Sharon. Do not love them for what you think they can be. Because here's what happens. Hey, Jojo, when someone disappoints you, are they disappointing you or are you disappointing you because you had them up here, you had them pegged up here when really they were here and you thought they were going to meet you here. But the point is you got to meet them where they're at. I know we talk about this a lot, but when I finally took that leap into all the people around me in my life, including Tommy, I see them. Hey, Kiki, I see people for who, and Sandra, welcome in, who and what they are. And I accept them for that. I don't judge them and go, but you could be here. But they're not. So you're letting yourself down. Thank you, Lil Redneck. You're letting yourself down. I did see your super chat yesterday, Night Rider. You gave me a $2 super chat, I believe. And you said, I see why Tommy married you. You were so beautiful. I remember it clear as day. And thank you again for that super chat. I highlighted it. So interesting, Debbie Betts. You are disappointing you. That is so deep. Great therapist, so mature. Sharon, thank you. I came up with that. I came up with that days ago because I'm going to be honest with you guys. So last week, my LA trip was good and bad. I did some things behind the scenes that disappointed me in some ways. They were not what I expected. But here's the thing. It's only because I set up a standard and an expectation that wasn't met. So in reality, are people letting you down or are you letting you down because you pegged a situation? Oh, thanks, Mark. You pegged a situation, right? Where, hey, perfectly me, where it was here, but you put the potential. Potential is an illusion. It's not real yet. It's potential, right? Everyone is doing the best they can. And really, probably everyone is technically going to disappoint you, whatever the definition of that is, including your parents, your spouse, and your children. Michelle, that is, hey, Heather, that is such good insight. Hey, Auntie Janet she says, thanks, Mimi. Reese, what you're saying is so wise. I get disappointed by people, but it's not what they might have done. It's me. Exactly. You're setting expectations on a person or a situation or a group of people where it's like they never agreed to those expectations. You get that, right? So then you're disappointed in them. But is it them or did you just disappoint yourself? Right? Oh my God, Amy G, it was so embarrassing. So oftentimes lately, in the last month or so, I've had some disappointing people in my life, disappointing situations. And every time now I zoom out and I take a step back and I go, well, that was an illusion I built in my own mind. I expected them to do a certain thing. They never said they were going to do it. So I agree. You expect nothing and you don't get disappointed, right? I have certain people in my life where I'm like, that's just where they're at. I have people who repeat the same kind of behavior. It's not bad behavior, but it's not what I would do behavior. But every time they do it, I go, well, that's that person. Place them where they belong. Stop putting them up here. Put them where they belong in your life. Meet them where they're at. Accept them for who and what they are and stop being like, you disappoint me because you didn't do what I thought you were going to do. Stop placing expectations on people. It's really unfair to do that, right? It's super unfair. Do you think it's better to have no I do. Yes, because then Renee B, I'm glad, Debbie Betts. Then if you place no expectations on things, then nobody's getting hurt. And the opposite effect is if they go above and beyond what you thought, then it's win for everybody. And you can go, oh, great. I didn't expect that. Like we get let down with expectations, but we also get impressed and go, oh shit, that was better than I thought it was going to be. So either way, hey, Heather, right? I'm just trying to be more realistic lately with things. And that's why I brought up Tommy, because we have been through, you guys, it's been public, right? Like you've seen it all, the good and the bad. And I feel very different about him in particular and my relationship with him because I don't, as a woman, I've done with this with a lot of my husbands. I'm like, why did you do that? That's not what I would have done. Or you know me better than to do something like that. People are going to do what they're going to do. And it's not always bad intended, right? It's not a bad intention. Some people just do shit. And it's like, oh, whoops. Hey, SoCal Joy, are we going to get that mad? Hey, Don Clark. It's not cool to have entitlement issues with people you care about. Life happens. Lumen, yes, it is a bit entitled. To be honest, it's a bit entitled to be like, why did you do that? Because they fucking felt like it. And then it's a totally different human being with their own show they're running in their own mind, with their own life, right? I get a little weirded out by people who like put expectations on people. It's like, what do you want them to do? It's not really fair. I understand what you're saying, but what confuses me on that is, does that mean if we have a boundary and someone blows past that, is that on us because we set the bar too high? Great question. I'm not referring to boundaries, but that's a good question. So if someone, Debbie, to me, that's a totally different thing. I'm talking about an expectation. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say Jeff did this to me, my ex-husband, where I would want to go out with him like Friday night or something. And he would have made plans with his gross friends. And I'd be like, I wanted to go out. Well, he didn't know that. And I'm like, you should have known that. You know, I like to go out with you on Fridays. Like, that's not a boundary. That's just simply like, I'm letting myself down because it's like, I didn't tell him that. How's he supposed to know that? Do you know what I mean? There are people who are like, I'm not a mind reader. Like they let themselves down by setting something in their own minds without voicing it. So it's different for me. Like, I'll use Jeff again because he went to naked parties and his creepy group he was in. He knew I hated that. He knew I didn't support it. He knew that I was like, this is breaking my heart and I hate that you're doing this and you're cheating on me. He did it anyway. That was a boundary and it made me hate him. Hey, Toby, it made me divorce him. It made me leave him, right? Like if you're going to blow through something I'm not okay with, that's a whole separate issue that we have to deal with. Hey, Lisa Kelson. I'm glad, Lisa, and I hope that you feel better. Hey, Tahoe Trinkets. Yeah, Mimi. Makes sense. You wanted him to want what you wanted. Yes, that is such a good point. Hey, Lisa. Oh, don't worry about it, Lisa. I'm just glad you're here. I actually think you accept too much of yourself. Your normal, what was this? Your normal level just being you is more than enough. Thank you, Martin. I get it, but if expectations are discussed and agreed upon, it's not your expectations. Reese, you are pretty open. You know, Tommy is listening. I admire you for that. I was never able to be that open. Interesting, Amy. I'm extremely open. There is a fine line, says Tennessee Girl. Your partner needs to understand your needs. Yes, but you need to understand that your partner is a totally separate person from you. And you can't, here's what I guess I'm trying to say. You can't expect people to do what you would do. That's where I run into trouble right there. I'm like, how did that even cross your mind? Why did you do what you did? That's not what I would do. Get it. I get it. But that's subjective. And what I would do is totally illogical, maybe to another person and maybe even your partner. And you just need to be a little more flexible in understanding that. I used to not be. I used to be pretty damn solid and tight about it. Like, why would you do that? Well, that's not acceptable, right? I find myself becoming way more flexible on, okay, you're a totally separate entity and I get it. I get it. Thank you, Baby Steps, for your super chat. With the boundary thing, burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me. See, yes, Lisa, it was covert till marriage. Yes. Hey, Aspire, I let people cross boundaries several times before I do anything about it. I got to get better at that. Have you been able to process what happened at Big Blue? Every time I visit my son in prison, takes me weeks. I talked about it a lot in We Can Create Our Own Heartbreak Through Expectations. Yes, Sassy, and I love your picture. Sharon, thank you for the super sticker. That is really, really nice. I think both things can be true. I do too. Speaking of being flexible, I do too. Yes, I am struggling through what happened on Friday night. And that's another reason therapy really helped. Oh, how come you weren't on the boat last night? We set it all up, Sunshine, and his power went off again. He called me, he went outside to take a walk, and the whole street, everything was black. Tommy didn't get power back on till like an hour and a half later, and that was too late for me. But we will do a show. We're definitely going to do it. He wants to do that. Expecting people to always act exactly how you want is a bit like a child playing with dolls. That's a good point. It's just when a child plays with dolls or action figures, they control everything. The doll says what the child wants it to say. It behaves how the child decides. Yes, I agree with that. He's going to get a generator. Renee B. I'm looking up my notes again. So Renee B, that's one of the reasons I titled this stream, You Can't Save Them All, because that was my problem Friday night. Relationships are complicated. I was just saying that some expectations are appropriate. Yes. And like Tennessee Girl said, two things can be true, right? I totally agree with this, Baby Steps, but it is give and take. And that's not for everybody. Some people don't have the ability to give and take. Some people are just very structured, right? And I have been that way being a Scientologist. That was my first thing that we addressed in therapy, is my therapist was like, are you okay with the outcome changing from what you thought it was going to be? And I was like, absolutely not. Everything has to go as planned. Hey, Donna Folker. Hey, Caroline in Canada. And he was like, that's not realistic. I was like, why not? I mean, I was rigid. Scientologists are rigid on the plan. I still have that problem. I do not like it when a plan changes. I'm like, we said we were going to do this, and now it's changed to this. I freak out. But now I'm aware enough that my therapist would say, you have to be flexible. You have to be willing to change to a different outcome. You have to be, or you won't be easy to work with. It was Kim is Blue. Night Rider. And baby steps, thank you for that. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for the super sticker, Night Rider. Mark, you said your name was Mark. I'll call you Mark. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate that, guys. Hey, Nancy. I did want to save him. Yep. Sorry, Mark. I know I did. I corrected myself. I did want to save him. And guys, him, I'm referring to Eric. Hey, Sharon. Good for you. Moving to Portugal. That's amazing. Let us know how it is. Reese, you need a prescription to relax. Yes, Shelly. All relationships are give and take. Totally. But some people shouldn't be in relationships, baby steps. That's how I feel about that. Not everybody is willing to be that way. Jeff was not that way. If you remember, I told you guys, I would say to him, well, I'm not okay with that. And he would go, well, that's your choice. Or I would say, I don't want to do that. And he'd go, well, I'm not asking. You don't have a choice. That kind of a person should not be in a relationship, shouldn't be a parent. Like, if you're not going to let people have breathing room and live and let live, I love your high energy. I'm pretty wound up tight. You are changing people every time you are authentic. Thank you, Mama Bear, because I feel like what's coming out of my mouth makes no sense. Because I met you, I studied up on Scientology. It's amazing to me that it's legal. My AI explained to me how they dodge liability hugely. And I'm glad you did that, Ruth Ann. And just be grateful for what I do get. So this is actually this is another thing I brought up today, Jeanette. And I think I made a note on it. I just wrote, being grateful is everything to me. I have a real issue with people who are constant complainers. I cannot stand it when somebody walks through a door if I open it for them. I don't like it if you pay for something for someone or you do something and no one says thank you. Here's the problem with that. As a mom, don't you also set expectations and consequences? Not really, Sassy. I have a real problem with that. Kind of a free spirit when it comes to that. And luckily, I have a kid that hasn't really violated too much to where I have to lock in consequences. If he does something wrong, I sit down with him and go, what happened? This is out of character for you. Like, what's going on? Is there something wrong? Is there something that I need to know? He doesn't ever get in trouble. He never really has. So whenever he does, it's usually something really small. And I'll go, this is not like you. Let's get to the bottom of it. Like, what's going on? But no, I'm thankful that I don't have a kid that I have had to put control in on, because I don't want to do that to anyone. I used to be a jealous person because of my ex-husband, Jeff, and he would cheat and go to all those prostitution parties. And that bled into my now relationship with Tommy. But I came to find out I am not a jealous person. That is not in my nature. It's not my style. I very much feel like I have much to offer you as a wife, as a partner, right? I have all these things to offer you. If you don't accept them, that's definitely on you, not me. Like, I am more than fair. And if I want to be in a relationship with someone, I want to take care of them. I want to understand them. I don't want to put them down. I want them to feel free to be who they are. If you don't feel, hey, Joe Mama, hey, Mop Man, if you don't feel that way, I'm sorry that you can't see that. Right. But I don't need to sell who I am. I don't need to show you my worth. I know it. And I know that I'm a good partner in a relationship. So I don't know why I said that. I don't know where that came from. But being grateful to me as I age seems to be the number one thing. And I'm going to be honest, when I was in California, a friend of mine drove, this is neither here nor there, but I brought this up in therapy today. A friend of mine drove me up and down that Rodeo Drive. I'd never seen it, right? I've seen it in movies. I saw it in Pretty Woman where, it's like Louis Vuitton, hey, Cat, Gucci, all those high-end stores. I don't even know some of those brands. As much as I'm into fashion, I'm not into that kind of fashion, because to me, that's not really fashion as much it's a status symbol, right? It'd be like driving a Rolls Royce. Yes, it's a cool car, but it's also a status symbol. Like, you want me to know that you have money. Original Ann. Hey, Kathy. So we drove up and down this Rodeo Drive, right? And I was laughing. I was like, what an empty life. Now, I'm not shaming people who have money and like high end things. If I was a billionaire, I would own nice stuff. I own nice stuff now. I believe in you get what you pay for. So you're not going to catch me buying the cheapest quality shit. I like quality. But it's another thing to do it for the wrong reasons, right? Like for people so that you'll be noticed, so that you kind of give off this sense of like, I'm better than you. I was laughing at that. I was laughing at like, what an empty life. You work on commission, right? Big mistake. Huge. I don't people it's have you seen that quote that's like some people are so poor all they have is money? It's true. You can see that in some people. It's like that's sad to me that you have to flash all of these fancy things in my face for me to think that you have worth. That's sad. Like, that has nothing to do with that. To me, that I mean, I'm just not impressed at all. Rodeo? No, rodeo is how I've heard it. I don't know, maybe I'm saying it wrong. Where do you expect unrealistic standards of yourself? This is kind of contemplating questions. I don't know. Where do you expect unrealistic standards of yourself? I don't even know where to begin with that. Yeah, vanity for sure. Yes. Yeah, Mop Man, I could totally see that. It's just I think that this is another like being flexible and setting your expectations, right? I don't dislike people who are that way, but I place them where they belong. And where they belong is look at me, I'm so much better than you. I don't want to be around people like that. I am not impressed by your labels. Exactly, Kim is blue. I'm not impressed by those things. It's not life to me. We were talking about this in therapy today. How you treat me, I'm going to fine tooth comb it. I'm going to pay close attention to how you treat me, how you react to situations, how you treat others, how you treat people in the service industry. That's what I'm looking at. I couldn't give a shit less about a Rolls Royce. I don't care about that. I don't care that you are a neurosurgeon, right? Respect if you are. But my point is like I don't I'm at a place where it's just I've said this 100 times, but it's worth repeating. I've been to a lot of funerals working in senior living. No one goes to a funeral going, she had a really fucking nice car. You know, she had great hair. Nobody goes to a funeral doing that. People go to funerals and they sit and reflect on how you made them feel. That's it. Whether it was terrible and you go, I'm glad that bitch is dead, or you're sitting there bawling in a pew going, she taught me everything I know. No one is going to a funeral based on the things you carried, the things you had. You're sadly, right? Like, I hope that people reflect on Reese had a lot of great pieces of turquoise. But honestly, that ass, though, yeah, that's true. That's true. Honestly, people are going to reflect on what you did for them, how you made them feel. Did you make them feel safe? Did you make them feel uncomfortable? Were you an asshole? Right? So that's where it's at for me. That's really all I'm interested in these days. I you know, people ask me to comment on this Aaron stuff, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, and I have nothing to say other than I think almost all of us can reflect on how he has made each of us feel. And that's my answer. I know how he made me feel, and it was pretty terrible, right? Very surreptitious and backstabby. That's all I need to know. I don't need to go into the details of stuff. I don't need to go into like, I hope he goes to jail. I don't need all that. I don't care. What's going to happen is what's going to happen. I just reflect on how people made me feel. And then I make the decision whether or not I want you in my life, right? Going forward. I'm the opposite, Reese. I'll treat others better than how I want to be. Well, so would you say, Mop Man, in other words, do you mean you're a people pleaser? Like, wouldn't you say that? Do you mean like you'll set you on fire to keep other people warm? I'm the same way. I'm really trying to not be that way and take care of me as well and make sure things are balanced for everybody instead of me getting the shit end of the stick and just dealing with it, right? So I get what you're saying. I really understand what you're saying. I'm trying, hey, Nicole Hazel Miller, I'm trying less to also rely on people, right? Lean into people, reach for validation from people or their opinion on things because it's all within you as well. You don't need people to make decisions on things. And the more you lean into people and the more you do find yourself relying on people, the more you're also going to be let down because you set expectations, whether you realize you do it or not. You set expectations on people and they either meet them or they don't, or they exceed them. Does Huxley know what he wants to do? College, tech school, or military? He doesn't know. No, he's taking some business classes in high school. He's enjoying that. And he also takes an agriculture class. So, being out here in the middle of nowhere, he works on my parents' farm, right? He'll do that on the weekends. And so, I think he's really enjoying the agriculture side of things, but I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. He hasn't decided. I tend to set myself up for disappointment. Of course, you do. We all do it. We all have that in common. I am that way. I need to stop it, but it's hard. Little Redneck, it's totally hard. Ricky Lake, I love you, or your talk show is amazing. Kirsty Collins, hey babe, it's good to see you again. Welcome in. I'm interested in an answer from Mop Man on that. Love you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I'm curious about an answer from Mop Man on that. I think that was an interesting thing that he told us. Let me look at my notes again from therapy today. This was a good one. This is not me. I saw this at like 3 a.m. when I was up last night, guys. This is a really good quote. I don't know if you've ever heard it. Again, this didn't come from me. I'm not taking credit for it. Listen to this quote. I really, really like it. Simple but powerful. Focus on improving, not proving. Hey, Hux. Huxley. I don't know where he is. I hear the cat crying outside. Focus on improving, not proving. I absolutely love that. Because let me read this and then I want to talk about that one simple quote. That's it, Reese. I've struggled at people looking down on me all my life. And as I've gotten older, I realize I'm just about relationship and don't have to have them in my life. Yes. Yes. It really is about you. You have to live with you. You're going to die with you. So really, it's like people who are meant to be in your life, they're going to stick around. And the ones like Megan Keane tonight, who was like, yikes, this is getting creepy. She left. I hope she comes back. But to be honest, like, hey, Mark Kemplin, I'm not for everybody. I never said I was. I creeped a person out and she left and probably likely unsubscribed, right? Do you think that doesn't happen on the daily with me? I'm sure that happens all the time. That's the problem with this channel is I shoot from the hip big time. And depending on the topic, the subject, I'm going to say some crazy ass shit, right? Then sometimes, like right now, I switch my entire demeanor and we go deep and we go dark and we really get into the thick of things and it's no longer funny. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not using dark humor. I'm just talking about my therapy session today. And I'm trying to figure out why I am the way I am. And we're dissecting different topics. But I totally get that. Like sometimes I get super silly and I say really dark, dry humor things and people are going to go gross, turn off, cringe. Who is this girl? I don't like her. I like the lifeboat, but I don't like her. Totally fine. Totally acceptable. Like not trying to keep people. I'm loyal to the people who are loyal and want to be here. I'm not trying to, hey, Maine, what I just said, focus on improving, not proving. I don't need to prove to Megan Keane to stay here on this channel and like me and reassure her that I was being silly and tomorrow will be a different topic and I'll prove that to you. I let people go and I also place people where they belong. I'm not going to be for everybody, but I'm also not going to prove to you that I'm not what you think I am. Or if you go watch hate and go, hey, I watched this hate channel about you. Is this true? Watch it again. I don't need to prove to you that I'm this and Tommy's that and we were this, but now we're that. I don't need to, I'm a good mom. I don't need to prove any of that. Go hear it again, right? Go watch it again. I'm not here. That's just a new thing for me. I used to, like Mop Man said, I used to feel like I need to make people happy. Set me on fire to keep you warm. Try to keep people on my channel. Don't unsubscribe. Of course, I say that. And of course, I joke about it. But if I say something that offends you or I'm not for you, by all means, it is your responsibility and job to take care of yourself and go, I don't like that. It's no different than eating at a restaurant and it giving you the raging shits because you got food poisoning. Are you going to race back to that restaurant again on Friday night and go, let's give it another, let's roll the dice and try again, shit our pants on the way home? No, you're going to take care of yourself and go, I'm never doing that again. Right? How does one stop expecting perfection from themselves? That's my problem. I think it's a daily mindful thing you have to do. I mean, for me, Renee B, I constantly say I'm ugly. I've never thought I was pretty. I always thought I was kind of ugly, overweight, puffy. You know, I have to constantly remind myself not to think like that. And even if I start to see it, if I see myself naked and I'm like, ugh, like that's the ugliest fat fucking fupa I've ever seen in my life. Like it hangs over my chalupa. Then I try to replace it with something. I don't like my therapist said, he goes, you're not going to be the type of person to give yourself daily affirmations, right? You're not going to be able to be like, you're beautiful. You can do it, right? Some people can do that. He was like, I know you're not going to be able to do that. So instead, I do like just enough affirmations. I will say something like, yes, that is an ugly tummy, but it grew a whole human being and it birthed an entire human being of a man that's a great kid. Like, at least it works right. The plumbing works. Like, you have a pretty decent body as far as like it does what it's supposed to. There's a lot of people who would probably trade to have a body that works like yours. So that's okay. Like, it's okay that you don't have a flat stomach. So Renee B, I just try to daily kind of remind you have to be, otherwise you fall back into that pattern. Otherwise, if I don't remind myself and be mindful of it, I'm like, fuck, you're ugly. I'll say it. I'll walk past a mirror in my house and I'm like, is that what I look like? Holy shit, I'm ugly. Like, it's just how I feel about myself. But I'm constantly trying to go, you're not, right? You're not. That's not you. That's what they told you, right? Thank you, little redneck. I'm optimistic when it comes to me, but I'll help anyone out, even putting my body through hell just to get the job done. Yeah, Mop Man, I totally get that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that's the case because I want you, Maine, I'm really glad you're here. I want you to see the value in yourself more, value yourself a little bit more. Please don't question yourself. You're amazing. You have a great gift to communicate with people. So that's the other thing. Thank you for saying that. So happy you are living for you. Baby steps. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you for your super chat. That's the other thing. Yeah, just Joan. This is hard to explain, but my therapist said this to me today and I said, I don't understand what you mean. So he said to me, because Friday night, so let's get into Friday night again a little bit. Hey, Tawana. Thank you, Tawana. Guys, I'm not trying to get you to go, Reese, you're so pretty. Stop. Like, you don't have to say that. I am trying to find things. Hey, Hux, can you go let Moose in? He's at the front door. Thank you. I'm finding things about myself every day that I'm like, well, I like my eye color. It's pretty. Like, I'm trying. And it's just little by little. It has to be. Otherwise, it's not real for me. I can't be like, you're not ugly. You're gorgeous. Like, no, that doesn't work for me. I can't do that. I got to be real with me just as much as I'm real with you guys, right? I don't fake shit. So my therapist said, hey, Abigail, we all make many mistakes. For if we could control our tongues, we would be perfect and could also control ourselves in every other way. Now, that's a great, great scripture. I actually love that. For if we could control our tongues, we would be perfect and could also. So that's the other thing is like, thank you for your super chat. I'm willing to accept myself that I can't control everything, and that's okay too. I love that. So my therapist said today, he goes, I was talking about Friday night. And if, hey, Puka Vista, if you were there for the Friday night Scientology thing, right? I said this, I think yesterday or the day before. I don't have a problem communicating. I'll talk to anyone, anywhere. You think I'm kidding when I stand in line at Starbucks and I'm like, sir, you look like a doctor because you have a suit on. Can I ask you about my bacterial vaginosis? Like, hey, Viggy, I don't have a problem being like, would you mind stepping into the restroom with me? I think I have a rash. I got nothing. That's Scientology. I got no boundaries, right? So I can talk to anyone about anything. That's why Megan Keane left. She was like, I'm out of here. What a creeper. I get it. She's not even wrong. My therapist said today, though, I do have a problem, and we've been dealing with this for a while. You guys remember what bull baiting is in Scientology? It is a learned freeze response. So as much as I can communicate with anyone, you know what I can't do and I'm really bad at? I'm not surprised, Paula McDonald. Thanks, Maine. You know what I'm very bad at? If someone says I'm a fat piece of shit, if someone says you're not a very good mother, any of those things, I say nothing. I never stand up for myself. I never say like, hey, that's inappropriate and that crosses a boundary. I never do it. And that's odd, right? Because I don't mind communicating, but I cannot stand up for myself. I have trouble doing it. So today my therapist said, and I thought this was interesting, and I'm going to try to repeat it the way he said it and tell me if you guys understand, because maybe you can kind of help explain it to me. He goes, you have trouble finding your voice in certain situations. So Friday night I was frozen in time. When I saw my friend, my Scientology friend, oh, that's nice, Wes Lightburn. Aaron found not guilty. Well, good for Aaron. Friday night, I'd love to, Tawana. I froze up. I had a really tough time. I'm a YouTuber, guys. And I was totally streaming. Guys, we got it. Aaron's not guilty. It really makes no difference to me. It's neither here nor there. Good for Aaron, but I'm not Aaron's friend and I have nothing to do with Aaron's life. So I thank you for the announcement. We wish him well. I was YouTubing, streaming, and I literally was like trying to keep my composure, trying to talk. If you remember, if you were there, I really was like struggling. So, yeah, Sharon, it was. And so my therapist said today, he goes, you don't have a problem with your voice on YouTube. He goes, you do it for a living. You speak for a living. You're a great speaker. You're a communicator. He goes, that's not what I mean. Finding your voice. Yeah. Finding your voice, he said, here is like your voice to stand up for yourself. Do you understand what I mean? Thanks, Lisane. I see growth in you standing up for yourself. Definitely needing more growth, but you are on the road. So baby steps. Thank you for saying that. Stay with me, baby steps. Don't leave yet. Thank you for your super chat. I'm trying to figure this out. Wow, that's huge. Ricky Ann Drake says, I left for a while and I'm back. I see major personal growth and I'm sorry that I judged you. That is such a kind thing to say. See, this reminds me of Alicia. Like, these are the people I want to be around. Who is Aaron? Exactly. Like, no one even knows who he is in this chat. Like, there's a lot of new people that don't even care, nor do I. Aaron is just someone who used to be a friend of mine, but isn't anymore, basically. That's how I would describe Aaron. I don't have anything else to say. He's a guy. Ricky and Drake, those are the people I want to be around. Accountability is huge to me. It is one of the biggest characteristics that I just am so attracted to in people. Nothing turns me off more than anyone who's like, I didn't do it. Look at them. Wasn't me, it was them. Take accountability. It's a sexy thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, do it. It feels good. It's refreshing. Everyone likes people who take accountability. For your beautiful skin, pretty girl. Baby Lily Pad, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for the super chat. That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you, Tennessee girl. Okay, so I want you to. Wow, welcome in. Hi from Rock Falls, Illinois. I subscribed to your channel from watching Tommy. I read Leah Remini's book about Scientology. Robert, thank you for being here. Roberta, you're a woman. Sorry, I looked at the not your picture, but the title first and said it wrong. Thank you for being here, Roberta. I really appreciate that. Leah Remini is a powerhouse. Love Leah Remini. Welcome. Okay, so let me try to explain this. Baby steps. My therapist said today, he goes, you know your voice on YouTube. He goes, you're still finding your voice sticking up for yourself. Guys, stay with me on this because I had a hard time understanding it. Maybe we can get it clearer together if we piece it together. He said, here's the situation and here's your voice. He goes, you have been, since I've been seeing you, treating you, he said, you tell me a situation and then you have a voice about it with me in a therapy session like a month later and you didn't do anything about it. You froze up, right? And he goes, you're getting closer and closer to catching up with saying something at the time. Does that make sense? He was like, you're finding your voice closer to when you need to use it versus like, this happened and I'm upset about it and I did nothing. Right. And he said to me, and I thought this was interesting. He said, I have a problem snapping on people with my voice. I said, really? And he goes, yes. He goes, I grew up in a loud yelling house. And he said, I was the youngest with two older siblings who were like takers, yellers, like all of that. And he goes, I didn't stand a chance. Like I had to fight for everything I wanted. And he goes, so I've had to work on that. Like, thanks always RM41. Does that make sense what I'm trying to explain? Because it was hard for me to understand it. But he goes, I had to work on backing off a little bit because I overreact to situations. And he goes, you don't react at all because you were trained not to. Love you, Tammy. When you freeze up from shocking behavior, aggression, bull baiting type stuff, you have learned to disassociate from yourself. It's disassociation. You can unlearn this. Yes. And I'll add to that, Ruth, you learn to go past your boundaries. That's why people walk all over me because I learned to not only disassociate, I learned to ignore red flags. That's what bull baiting is. Hey, Trixie. I have missed you, Trixie. Kirsty Collins says, you've had many double whammies in your life from Scientology, estrangement from your father, and not very good relationships. Remember that you have dealt with so much and you have come through it all. Yes, Kirsty Collins, thank you for saying that. I have no doubt. Yes, Ghostwriter, I have no doubt that I will get there. That's the difference too, is like, I'll give you an example. I know I've grown because I'm more respectful to myself. I'm less reactive. Thank you, Chica Cherry Cola. I'm less reactive about everything. I'll give you an example. As an ex-Scientologist, when you guys just told me about Aaron, in the past, I would have been like, that sucks. I wish he would have been found guilty. Like I would have had a dig. I would have had a shot fired. I truly wish that guy well. He's no longer in my life. He has no value whatsoever to me. Nothing he says is of value to me. Right? I think he mistreats people. I think he stabs people in the back. And I think he weaponizes everything people say and uses it against them. So I have eyes and ears. I know now. I place him where he belongs. That's it. There's nothing more to it. I don't wish ill will on a person like that. I just know where they are. I place them where they belong, which is not in my life. I know what to expect out of a person like that. It ain't nothing good. Right? So I feel much more free and clear. Hey, Southie girl. I'm a weird combo. I've snapped at people, but I also don't speak up for myself. I don't snap at people. And I get that, baby steps. I totally get that. Thank you for super chatting that. I am not a yeller. I do not thank you, Kim is blue. I don't focus on what other people. I don't want karma. I don't wish karma on other people. Like, I'm too damn busy trying to unpack myself. There's too many things about me that I don't like. I have too many sharp edges where I'm like, we got to work on that. I got to soften that. I got work to do. I don't give a shit what's happening, right? To the right of me or to the left of me. Not, I mean, that's why people say, I'm so glad this isn't a drama channel. It's not. If people come for us and attack the shit out of me over and over and over, sure, you're going to wake me up a little bit and I'll say something for a few streams and then we're going to move on because I don't want to give my energy. By the way, protect your energy. That's what that says. You see that? Protect your energy. I mean that. I'm not going to give up my freedom, my power, and my energy to some asshole that means nothing to me, that I got no interactions with, I have nothing to do with. I don't care. Right? That's kind of like my ex husband. Do you think I focus on him all day and go, I wonder what he's up to? I don't care. I have too much work to do on me here, and we have no interaction anymore. That's the magic of not being friends with someone anymore or not being married to someone anymore. That's what brings the separation. I don't focus on it anymore, right? You're definitely getting there. And from learning about yourself again, you can use that to help others. Thank you, Kirsty Collins. Instead of unpacking, why not leave the luggage behind? What a cool thing to say, Lisa. She's not wrong about that either. But this is I'll give you an answer to that because that's a good question. Maybe you don't want an answer. But I said this yesterday. In Scientology, I always want an answer to everything. Hey, just as I am, I'm always wanting to know the root of something. I'm like, why are they that way though? Like, human behavior shocks the shit out of me and I want to know more. In Scientology, they'd always say, like, it doesn't matter. Stop digging. It doesn't matter why. We don't need to focus on the why. That's what they call it in Scientology, right? You don't need to know the why. You're being too significant. Who cares? Focus on the now. I can't do that because if I find out why I am a certain way, then I can, thank you, Nikki, Ohio. Then it dissolves on its own. Then the pressure goes away and I'm like, oh, now it's gone. I don't have that same pattern of behavior anymore because I've broken the cycle. I get why I did it. Not everybody thinks like that, but I do. And so I like to know my own, where did that originate, that behavior for me? Like, why am I that way? Right? Carmela Canoli, I love you, babe, and have a good evening. Thank you. Baby steps. You have growing wisdom on how to protect yourself from others. You also need to have kindness for yourself. So true. They go hand in hand. And I think I'm getting there. But I certainly know how to protect myself from others now. I see the red flags and I try not to paint them even mildly green. Thank you for your super chat. Right? And yeah, I don't believe in, it's not that I don't believe in karma, but it's above my pay grade. I believe in God. And so I truly feel, I used to say as a Scientologist all the time, like, I hope that person goes to hell, literally, or I hope this happens. I hope when they die, this happens. I never feel that way anymore because it's not up to me. What a bizarre thing to say if you really think about that sentence. I hope they burn in hell. That's not up to you. Like, it might feel good in the moment to say that, but that's a pretty ugly thing to say. Like, I have no problem saying, I hope that you get a tuft of pubic hairs in your coffee tomorrow morning. I hope you wake up so stiff you can't even move. Right? I don't mind saying that because it's funny and it's fun to say, but I certainly don't wish people's fate. That ain't up to me. And that's really, really entitled for you to say it. Who the fuck is it to you to hope somebody goes to hell? That ain't up to you. I'm sorry. That's not you. Now, if you want to steal that from me, I always do wish when someone's an asshole, I'm like, I hope you don't get just one pubic hair. I hope that you get an entire tuft. Like, Sorry, Punky. I tried to just grab a bunch of Gertie hairs. Like, I hope you get like a whole tuft. Sorry about that. Sorry. Punky was snoozing. She was like totally out. I hope that you get an entire tuft of pubic hairs in your coffee the next morning. Like, that's not the worst thing. You're not going to choke on it and die, right? Yeah, Nikki, Ohio. Do you forgive those who have sinned against you? Yeah, 100%. That's why I don't have any hate for Aaron. I love my dad. I still love my father now. I have forgiven my father fully, and I do forgive him. Because you know why, too? I've sinned against people. I'm not a victim, right? Like, I have sinned against people, and I hope they forgive me. So, yes, I do forgive people for sinning. They're not perfect, and we're not perfect for each other. Some people who are no longer in your life were not meant to be in your life. It's a gift. Thank you for showing me who you are. Now we can go our separate ways. I think this whole, hey, Callie Blue, this holding a grudge shit. Hey, Christian, this, Puka Vista, this holding a grudge shit. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to feel the effects of that. You're holding onto it yourself. My haters who make daily videos about me, keep making them. It's eating at you, not me. I'm not watching that shit. I see it. I'm not watching it, right? Like, by all means, continue that behavior because it shows who you are. Yes, it makes you sick, Sharon. It's making them sick, not me. They're putting all this effort into hating me and all this energy into videos and lies and what Reese is doing. You're hurting you, not me. You're drinking poison and you think it's going to hurt me. I'm over here laughing, communicating with people, connecting with people, traveling, having a great time. So I don't hold shit against people because we're all in the same boat, to be honest. Like, I do forgive people because I am just as bad and I have been just as bad in certain points of my life. I've been a terrible person in my life. As a Scientologist, I was a really bad person. I didn't care about people. I didn't value people. I treated them like shit. Absolutely. You ever seen that meme that says somebody's therapist knows all about you? Do you think you're not a villain to someone? You are. We all are. There is somebody out there. There's a handful of people out there. For me, there's hundreds because all the Scientologists who are still in are going, Reese is so evil. And they believe that with their souls. Nothing I can do about that. I cannot control how other people feel about me. And I'm working on improving, not proving. And that's why that quote was so beautiful to me. Guys, you have to let people be wrong about you. I still talk to Tommy about this on the regular. Like, if somebody says some shit or something happens, I'm like, one, I can't control, and you can't control what anybody is going to do. That's the magic of life. It's happening as we're all here in real time. I can't control a hurricane, just like I can't control somebody's reaction to something. And two, you don't want to. We don't want to control other people, but let people be wrong about you. It's magical. Work on improving, not proving. I am not here to go, they're wrong about me. They're lying. What they say isn't true. I don't give a shit. Say it again. Right? You want to paint a picture? I'll pose for you. That's ridiculous. I'm not here to prove people wrong. I'm here to improve, not prove. I'm also here to learn, not teach. I am not a teacher. Christian, I am not a teacher. I am not here to teach. I'm here to learn from you guys, from the world. Joanne says, it's only been a few years that I've been speaking up for myself. I used to let people walk all over me because I was always looking for approval because I always felt like a failure. It has gotten better for sure. That's the exact same mindset as me. I am so much better at it, Joanne, and we're doing it together. And that was very, very vulnerable and open thing to talk about. Thank you for bringing that up. I love that you said that. Thank you for your super chat. I feel like you've come a long way. I hope and pray, I have to blow my nose, especially for women, that we find our voices. especially for women. I really, really love women lifting up other women and supporting other women because this isn't easy. 46 years married, says Roberta, and you never truly know anyone. That's why it's like best to just work on yourself because she's right. You have to live with you and you have to die with you. How many times have we said this? There's two people you have to impress. There's two people you have to prove to. You have to prove to those two people. Do you know who they are? This is again not me. It's not, I stole this. It's not your family. It's not your husband or your wife. It's not your parents. It's not even God. You know who it is? It's the 7-year-old version of you and the 70-year-old version or 90-year-old version of you. It's the young version of you and the old version of you. If you're good with those two people, then you're good. But there's no purpose in life to have to sit here and prove to people who you are and your value and your worth. If you have to try to impress people with your worth, they're not for you. Because people will see the right people, you know this, everybody has felt this at one moment or another in their lives. A real true friend or spouse or family member, or I don't care who it is, you know who you feel safe with. You know who accepts you for who and what you are. And it's a beautiful feeling. You blossom, you bloom around people like that. And the people who you have to like constantly prove your worth to, and you have to constantly kind of feel like you have to keep up with, those aren't your people. Right? There's two. This is another banger. And I've been really working on this because I want more friends. And I'm really getting it down to a science. Pay attention to who's in your business and who's in your corner. Because thank you, Joseph. It's so important because who you surround yourself with really matters. So pay attention big time to who the hell is just in your business. And you can tell the difference. Yes, Callie Blue, and who is actually in your corner. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to get private. I will not get personal with the ladies I met last week in LA. I'd love to, but I'm not going to. I would never share anything they shared with me. But I will tell you right now, I sat in somebody, more than one. Love improving, not proving. Me too, Michelle Dry. Love it so much. That's the ticket. Thank you for your super chat. Just focus on improving, not proving. If you have to fucking prove yourself, you're not in the right group of people. You're not with the right people. Just work on improving, and the right people will flock to you and see your worth. You know, many people here like, Reese, oh my God, you have changed so much. Your growth is incredible. That is so validating for me. That's all I need to hear. And then I start to feel like I matter and I'm making a difference, right? Even into myself. I sat in some of those ladies' cars for hours while I was in LA. And you know what I noticed about them? There were two of them in particular. I sat in their cars. And they're both in the chat. I won't name them. They know who they are. Those two people sat there and told me all about very private details of their life, their relationships, their kids, their jobs, their parents, their siblings, and how that is. That is so healing and powerful and therapeutic to me, because my previous friends, right, that I met before them literally were like, tell me about Tommy. Tell me about what goes on behind the scenes with this. And I would go, do you have anything you want to share with me? No. So tell me, when you were little, you said you were 6, your mom left. And it's like, are you just in my business? Do you want to share anything? That's how I can tell the difference now. And so those two particular women sat there and just opened up the floodgates with like their issues. And it felt so good. It was very freeing and therapeutic for me. This is why I always wanted to be a therapist. Yeah, they just wanted gossip. Because when you tell me your problems, I really try to zoom out and kind of think of like, that's interesting. And here's why. I don't like putting advice on people that don't want it. But if I'm having a deep conversation with a friend, of course, we're going to have a back and forth about it. And it helps me too. When you give me one of your life problems, usually I relate to it in my life. And I go, I never thought of it that way. I have the same problem, but in this situation. So it feeds me, it nourishes me. I'm like, oh, like if I see it from your eyes, then I can do something about it with my problem. Like it has like a ripple effect. Kirsty Collins, 100%. Yes, absolutely, Caroline in Canada. I love the connection, Sophia. You know I do because you come to the Zoom calls. Sarah Terry, I tend to stick up for other people much better than sticking up for myself. As you witnessed on Friday night, I'm not always very good at it. We are all works in progress. I love you. I love you, Sarah Terry, and I'm going to respond to your email. Thank you for sending it, and I absolutely love you. Thank you for being a member. I'm so glad I got to meet you in person. Those particular women opened up and told me very private things that I would never ever share. Like not even with Tommy. Like I wouldn't share it with anyone. It's for me. It was for my ears only, right? And I wouldn't violate that because it's a friendship. But it was such a beautiful thing for me to sit there and enjoy hearing somebody else's deep, vulnerable scenarios of like pain and things that they've had to deal with in their life, because that tells me you're in my corner. You're not just in my business. You don't, I mean, I literally had a friend last year that was like, so I'm trying to connect the dots. So your mom did this, your dad did this. Okay, so tell me about Tommy. And I literally said, I was like, I don't know anything about you. Like, tell me about your upbringing. And she was like, oh, there's nothing to tell. So you and Tommy got together here, but you were married to Jeff here. Like, no joke. I was like, are you writing a book? Like, I should have, that's a great example of how we started this stream. That's not even that person's fault. That's my fault. Because one, I didn't set a boundary. I didn't do anything about it. I just let that person do it. Hey, Erie forever. I let them do it. I didn't put a stop to it like I should have. But also, I had an expectation and they didn't meet it. So that's me letting myself down, right? Even the bloodsucker served a purpose to teach you about everything. Everything teaches us something, and everything. Hey, Lydia Krause. Don't you think you're a bit of a therapist here? You share, support each other, and work out solutions. I know, baby steps. I know. Trust me. I don't think of myself that way. No, Renee B. I think of this as therapeutic, but I'm getting the benefit from you guys. I like engaging with you guys. To me, that's therapeutic. I verbally process, you validate me, you are here to listen, you hold my hand through stuff. I don't feel like I'm as helpful to you guys as you are to me. Hey, women's warrior. Yes, as a matter of fact, Michelle Dry, I would be so bold as to say the bad relationships teach us more than the good ones. That's why I believe there has to be good and evil. There has to be good and bad. Because when you do experience the bad, you can zoom out and go, God, I'm really grateful for knowing that. You know, when somebody stabs you in the back nowadays, I'm like, thank you. My haters who go out there and they're like, Reese is a fat piece of shit. She's a beached whale, right? I'm like, thank you for showing everybody who you are, right? Like, thank you. I mean that. I'm great. Everything has a teachable lesson. Everything. If you look at things like, hey, P. Taylor, Punisher, wow. What an honor for you to come over here. Punisher's over here from the boat. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Y. Piper. In the anti-Scientology spaces, when quarrels happen, I wait 6 months to see what shakes out. And that's why I don't hang out with very many ex-Scientologists, because they're still stuck on the Scientology hamster wheel. They deal with stuff the same way. You can go look in the community. You can go look, right? It's gross. It's fighting. It's just constant shots fired back and forth. And it's like, what are we accomplishing? This is so counterproductive. Scientology is in the background going, yay! We can't use our voice as one to go up against this cult. No, we're too busy fighting each other and like making people wrong and telling lies. And you know who I'm talking about. I don't need to say it. The beautiful thing about that is we've all seen it, right? Well, the ones who know who I'm talking about. Hey, Lisa Palmer, take nothing personal, but we get it from you. As you go through your stuff, we all get a reminder or learn something new every stream. Thank you, Holly. And I love you, Holly. I always found you to be a freaking pleasure. Christian, that is such a nice thing to say. I mean that. It's very validating. Thank you. And that's the other thing. That's such a good point. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, right? So, hey, Roulette Master, did the Scientologists take the power out last night to keep you guys from talking about them? I doubt it. Not in Ecuador, my friend. But they are afraid of us. Ignore the haters who are so right about them teaching you lessons. We are all teachers and scholars. So I do ignore them for the most part, but I also don't have a problem naming them or talking about them when it's appropriate. Am I going to do streams on it every day? No. But I also believe in not allowing people to bully you and standing up to them and calling out the bully. Punisher, hell yeah, Reese, you guys are the best. You and Tommy both are therapeutic. Punisher, that is such a nice thing to say. I mean it. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for coming over here and giving me a chance. It's just fighting in general. I did that so much in my third marriage. It's like, what are we accomplishing? If I can't have a conversation with you and you're just going to dodge everything I say and you're going to dodge accountability, it's like, that's not the quality of humans I want to be around. I have to be able to be around people who are going to be willing to have a conversation and like, that's what I mean about me and Tommy lately. It's like, we are so much more understanding of each other. Like, there's so many things behind the scenes I would never talk about here, but like I've been through the ringer and so is he. For those that know Tommy, like take a look at that guy's background. Okay. Like he's had some admitted to, I'm not saying, but like horrific, right? He's had some sexual abuse done to him. He's done prison time for 13 years. He's a recovered heroin addict, right? For decades he did heroin. He is incredible. Tommy is incredible to me. Hey, Rhonda. But he comes with his own set of trauma from that. Now take someone like me who came from Scientology, totally different background, but most people would not be able to be in a relationship with me. It's difficult. It is so hard for Tommy. For the first couple of years, it was even harder because I have my own language in Scientology. I speak a totally different language than you guys, totally different language. So he has to overcome that. So you put someone like his background and my background together, it's not easy. But we have overcome a lot of things and we've reached a place where it's just way more real. I put him where I expect him. And he does, hey, Wisconsin Barb, happy birthday. We put each other, we just accept and love each other for who and what we are. There's no fake ass potential. There's no illusion for like, he could be this. So I'm going to hang on to that idea of Tommy, this fantasy of what, no, it's just who and what we are. I know that guy. This is why I say, several years now, Michelle Dry, maybe I should go to prison for a while. Why didn't I think of that, Christian? What was I going to say? Damn, I just lost it. You got me. Hey, Zoe. I don't remember. I lost it because I was reading. Tommy's very masculine in his energy. He can handle you. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I don't like weak men. I definitely like a more masculine man. But here's the thing. Thanks, Joanne. This is why I always say Tommy is great. He's also not the same guy that you see on YouTube. He's very private. He's very private behind the scenes. I go out in the streets and I talk to everybody. I want to hang out with people. I want to have conversations. That dude ain't like that. He's like, let's go on our date and let's go home. Like, or I'll be like, you go home. I'm going to go out and hang out with people and talk to people. And that's fine too. He accepts me for that. But I say this, Tommy is like rescuing a dog that was an attack dog or like a fight dog at a shelter. Like you have to, you know how people will say that? Like I would research the breed before you just get one of those dogs. That's who he is to me. but I speak his language. I know him. I know what to expect. He would not, like, he said this to me the other day. He goes, I know there are women who, like, there's women that email him and they're like, you should leave Reese and hang out with me, like weird women that get creepy. And he's like, he joked about it and he goes, it's hilarious because he goes, if a woman who actually wanted me spent time with me, they'd fucking hate me. And I said, it's true. It's true. And it's not even a dig. It's just that it's true. He comes with his own set of very complicated emotions and problems. When you got a background like he has, it's not like, oh, he's so sexy. I want one. I want a criminal. I like the bad boy persona. There's a lot of pain there, trauma there that you have to be understanding about and work through. And not everybody can see through his eyes. He's very smart. Tommy is very smart. I figured you were, Christian. And I admire that about him. And that's what I love and accept about him, but not everybody would. Same as me. Someone would say, Reese has way too much of a background. She's got way too much baggage and too much indoctrination and manipulation with the Scientology shit. Do you know how many people told Tommy in the beginning, do not date that woman. She's a Scientologist. Do not fucking date a Scientologist. They can't be trusted. To a degree, he was right. I learned my lesson and I'm not a Scientologist anymore. I'll be totally open about that. But what I'm saying is, like, I also came from the pound. I was just my own separate kind of breed, but accepting and loving someone for who and what they are takes a long time because you put the illusion of potential on people. You set expectations on people, and expectations are illusions. They're not real. Potential is great, but it's an illusion until it actually happens. It's hypothetical, right? So that's all I'm trying to get at. And I know I missed some super chats. DNV, Reese, what do I do if the person who says that my feelings matter, but the actions don't match the words? Punisher, you're amazing. And that is so kind and supportive. Thank you for your super sticker. I wanted to acknowledge Punisher in case he left. Thank you, Punisher. Hey, Lacey Silver. So DNV says, what do I do if the person who says that my feelings matter, but the actions don't match the words? So that's a bummer of a situation. I was talking about this in therapy today too, DNV. Inconsistency. That's what I call that. Jenna Elfman is a Scientologist. Inconsistency can be a characteristic in people. And to me, that's what you're describing here. Someone who says something, but they do another thing. Couple of things there, DNV, and this is from Mel Robbins. Hey, David Moreno. It's a lie. Were you still a Scientologist when you two met? I still had very Scientological behavior, Tahoe. I've only been out for 3 years. So for me to start to really unpack and not be a Scientologist, yeah, I would say I was more of a Scientologist then. It's lying, DNV, yes. But here's what Mel Robbins says. I hope this helps you. Behavior is what's true. People can say shit all day. Behavior is the truth. So if somebody is not matching up their words with their behavior, it depends. There's a lot to that, because if it's someone really close to you that you have to deal with it, then you're going to need to deal with it. If it's someone that you can go, look, I'm going to place you where you belong, and that's outside of my life. I can't have you around me. You're toxic for me. If it's someone that you have in your life and you're going to keep in your life, I would sit them down and just say, I'm coming at you with love. I do not want to, I don't want you to put walls up, what I'm about to say, but your behavior is not matching up with what you say to me. And that hurts me. And I want to have a conversation about it. Can we do that? Right? So that's where I would start. That doesn't mean that that's correct, right? That's what I would do. Out of 8 billion people on planet Earth, DNB, that's what I would do. I would start by trying to just understand why they are doing that. And the biggest thing I would make sure of is to not make them feel backed into a corner. Do not make them feel like you're accusing them, because people are going to close up big time if you're like, hey, your behavior isn't matching up with your words. What's that about? That's like telling someone to go, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Their defenses are, hey, mad drop there. Their walls are going to go up immediately. So if you have any kind of a prayer, having a conversation with anyone, I always go, if it's going to be a deep conversation, I always go into it like that. I think ahead of time. I don't, hey, Heather in the library, I never want anyone. Okay, DNV, remember this. To me, the biggest currency in life, the biggest, best thing a person can do is make you feel safe, seen, heard, validated. So if you go into a conversation going, hey, your actions don't match up with your words, like tell me about that, they're already gonna, their defenses, my defenses would be up. But if you said, hey, I want to talk to you about something and it's been on my mind, and hey, daft woman, welcome in. And I want to have a real conversation with you about this because it's something that's really affecting me. That's what I do with the real people in my life who are doing something that's bothering me. Does that make sense? If you value this person, thank you for your super chat, DNB. If you value the person, if you care about the relationship, you got to go into it with a lot of respect and love, because that's big mistakes I made as a Scientologist. Scientologists will bulldoze you. Scientologists will literally come in and go, the fuck's up with this behavior? What's this about? Nobody wants to open up with that kind of an intro. I'm sorry. I treat people the way I would want to be treated. So if you come to me and go, what's this about? I'm going to go, what do you think it's fucking about? I'm going to match your energy, and I'm not going to give you very much respect back. So I always try to think that, hey, Heather, I always try to think with that. Like, you're not, it's that saying, you're going to catch more flies with honey. You're not going to get anywhere making people feel small. And we don't always do it intentionally. But I'm just, hey, Lisa Red, I'm just telling you this as an ex Scientologist. I came at people guns blazing. Like, the fuck is this? Fix it. Right? Like, Scientologists are the worst group of people on planet Earth as far as they're entitled. They're incredibly judgmental, and they will walk all over you. They're better than you. They always will be. That's how they're trained. I'm better than you. So they're going to come at you going, fix this shit. I don't have time for this shit. I don't want excuses. I want results. I joke about those things, but that's how Scientologists treat each other. So I have found, I always hated that. Thank Michelle. That is a huge compliment. I've always wanted to be a therapist, also an interior designer and a fashion consultant. Treat people with, like, you know how this says protect your energy? It's true. But you also need to come at people with a welcoming, validating energy if they matter to you, if you value them, right? If I don't value you, then I'm going to cut you off and go, I don't value this anymore. You mistreated me and you crossed boundaries. So it was nice meeting you. I'm still not going to yell at them or make them feel small. I do not want to make people feel less than, whether I like you or not. That's why I keep using Aaron as an example, even though a lot of you have no idea who I'm talking about. He's an ex-friend of mine that turned out to be a jerk, but I still wish him well. I don't wish harm on him. Like, I hope his life turns out well. I don't feel ill will toward people, and I don't want to address people like they're less than or they don't mean a lot to me. I want to treat every relationship around me with respect. Hey, you're still here. Damri, sounds like you're talking about my brother and sister. You hit the nail on the head. Very toxic. Wow, Punisher. And that, I have to say to you, I'm sorry. I hate it. Nothing worse than when it's a sibling, when it's family, when it's blood. But my father is that way. Super toxic for me, right? Like, I wish I could be in his life, but I can't. I mean, I can't because he's also a Scientologist, but he isn't good for me. He is not good for me. Oh, man, Punisher, can you stick around for a minute? I really want Punisher to hear that reel, you guys. I really, really want Punisher to hear it. Fuck. Punisher, don't leave. Abigail, DNV, leave it to God. People with integrity walk safely. but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. The tongue that deceives will be cut off. Dang, Abigail, that did not mix words. Dang. I heard that, Mad Drop Bear. Good for Aaron. Good for him. I wasn't wishing one way or the other there. So I guess I feel neutral about it. Thank you for your super chat, Abigail. That was beautiful. Okay, Punisher, don't leave. I want to find this so bad. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. How would it be faster for me to find it? Oh, God, I want to find it. Is this it?
You know, I've been getting a lot of
No, but it is that lady. Hold on. This is it.
Just because it's good doesn't mean it's good for you. This doesn't just apply to food. It can apply to people. Oh, they may have been good, but are they good for you? What about business? Business is going so good. I'm making all kind of money. All money ain't good money. Is that business really good for you? What about working out? My goal has always been to run a marathon. Will that marathon training be good for you? What about family? But that's my mother. Is your mother good for you? Everything that's good is not always good for you.
Punisher, I hope you were here for that. That is the conclusion I've come to. I ask myself that. Yes, Sea Org people can get tattoos. Thank you, Women's Warrior. Just because it's good doesn't mean it's good for you. And that's the beauty. And you can turn that on yourself and ask that, because people tend to kind of pressure you or go, but she's great, or you'll love her. Everybody loves that person. That doesn't mean it's good for you. That doesn't mean it works for you. That's all I'm getting at. And maybe that was not something you needed to hear if the Punisher is still in here. But that's how I look at people, guys. Like, not everybody is a lighthouse. Not everyone is going to shine. Love you, little redneck. Not everybody's going to be some stable, solid brick building with a light on at night for you to come into in the darkness. Some people are just floating around, right? Oh, I love that. Bo, are you all right, man? Hey, Hux. I had to walk away from my mother. Thank you, love. I needed to hear that. I'm so glad somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that. It's okay if something isn't good for you. You know how we kind of guilt and shame ourselves? Like, especially if, like, the Punisher says brother and sister. I don't know this person's life, but let's say everybody else loves their brother and sister. Let's say the person DNV is talking about is loved by everyone and doesn't get along with DNV. You start to blame and shame yourself and look inward and go, there must be something wrong with me. No, it just might not be good for you. Everybody loves that restaurant. I don't. So what? Okay, great. I'm glad that you're still here. 100% true. Thank you for that. You're the best. I just don't want people to get down on themselves. And it sounds like the Punisher has done the work, like called them toxic, named it. So that's good. I'm glad that you're not like, but some of us go, what's wrong with me that person's toxic? Or what's wrong with me that I can't get along with that person? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're just not for you. And sometimes people are not meant to be lifelong people. That's the other thing I had to learn. Some people truly are there for a season. They were good for you at a time, and then you outgrew that. There's nothing wrong with that either. And I learned that when I met people I really liked, I would go, oh my God, a best friend. Yay, we're going to love each other forever. I have attachment issues. I attach and cling on to people. And I'm like, let me tell you my heart and soul. Let me pour everything out. Some people are not meant to be there more than a year or two in your life. And that could include family. Are you all right, Scratchy? Oh, he's such a nice person. Oh, he says, I'm a poodle. I'm really fancy and I'm smiley. He's a great guy. He's your emotional support kissy man. What a weirdo, Seamus. I guess I'm just trying to say, guys, like, I hold myself to such a high standard as far as like, if that relationship didn't work, it's my fault. If I lost a friendship, why couldn't I make that work? Because it wasn't meant to last forever. That's why. Because they weren't a lighthouse. They were just as lost as I was in the night. And I expected them to be a lighthouse. I expected them to be my everything. The light in the darkness, this strong tower of a building where I could hold on to them and attach to them. They're also a shit show and they're just trying to get by, right? Like there's all kinds of reasons. Hey, Hawks. Punisher. But damn, Reese, it hurts me so bad. I'm the baby of 4 and my siblings, for whatever crazy reason, don't like me. Unbelievable. That hurts something awful. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and by the way, I'm sorry that this happened, and I'm going to try to mesh these stories together. I was talking to a friend the other day who deals with someone. I'm not going to get specific, but I want to give you an example for a minute, Punisher. I was talking to a friend the other day who's the baby of, I think, also 4 siblings. There were 5 of them, so same as you. And it's a guy, and this guy constantly, this person has issues with this guy because he constantly is having to prove himself in life. He's constantly like, he doesn't want to be disagreed with. He doesn't want to be, hey, Angie Mo. He doesn't, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to describe this person. He's kind of, oh, I know. He's a right fighter. He always has to be right. And I started to ask this person more questions about this particular right fighter. And the person was like, I said, tell me about this person's background. Come to find out, like you, he's the youngest out with 4 siblings above him. So that alone tells me you have like my therapist said this today. My therapist is the youngest with his siblings, and he said I had to fight for things. Everybody else was bigger than me, louder than me. Sometimes they look at you as the weaker one because you're the youngest. I mean, I don't know your life, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. I'm not going to sit here and therapize you. But you said you don't know why. It could be something like that. But I will tell you this. Whatever it is, it's their problem. And I don't want you to adopt it and make it your problem. You know, I've had that happen to me where I'm like, like my dad? I'm like, why does my dad hate me? Maybe if I would have done this better. Maybe if I could have done that better. Maybe if I would have proved to him this. I could have fucking done all that stuff till the end of time. It still was him. And I always went back to, why does my dad not love me? Why did he withhold that love? Punisher. He didn't have it to give. My dad was not withholding love. He never had it to give. And I begged my whole life. I spent decades going, why didn't he love me? Why didn't he loved his wife. Why didn't he love me? He didn't have it to give for whatever reason. But I wash my hands of it because it's not me, it's him. I choose to love him anyway. I love him for who and what he is, and I place him where he belongs, on a shelf, not in my life because he's a toxic man. But I'm still going to place him on the shelf and recognize that he exists, right? And that's a great point, Tashbits. Punisher, I don't know if you've ever heard this analogy. Punisher, are you still here? Don't chase the snake, okay? And what that means is your brother and your sister, for whatever reason, are rattlesnakes. They bite you. You've now got toxic venom in your arm, and you need to get to a hospital to get the antidote, right? And instead of taking care of that and cleaning the wound and not dying, you chase them and you go, wait, come back. I'm a good person. This hurts. I'm fucking bleeding. Why did you do that? I thought I could trust you. The other analogy is the old, whatever it is, the frog and the scorpion. The scorpion asks the frog for a ride across the pond. And the frog says, hell no, you'll sting me and we'll die. You'll poison me. And the scorpion says, no, I won't. That wouldn't make sense. Then we would both die. Like, why would I do that? And the frog goes, you're right. Actually, that makes sense. Hop on. They're in the middle of the pond and he stings him. And the frog goes, we're both going to die now. And the scorpion says, it's in my nature. That's the same thing of placing people on the shelf where they belong. It's in their nature. It's got nothing to do with you. You could literally be anybody. That's how they treat people. It's in their nature. I had to learn that and separate myself. Don't chase the snake and don't give that scorpion a ride. It's in their nature. Some people will never change. Your brother and sister, you said you've washed your hands of it. Like they're going, hey, Olga, they're going to die that way. It's how they treat people. It's in their nature. You have to recognize those. And Punisher, I'm not telling anything you don't already know. I'm not like trying to preach to you, my friend. Please don't take it that way. This is more for me than you. I'm saying this out loud because I have people in my life who I've had to place where they belong. Right? Don't be a punching bag, Lisa. That's so true. But that's my dad. I begged and pleaded and I was like, why didn't he love me? And then one day I was like, he didn't not love me. He didn't have it to give. He didn't have it to give in the first place. It wasn't a lack of, it wasn't him like dangling a carrot. He didn't have it to provide. That's not my problem. That's a him problem. And I'm not going to make it my problem. And so therefore, he is the scorpion. I'm going to set him here where he belongs, which is out of my life. I'm going to place him where he belongs because it's in his nature. And so when I meet people like that now, where I do get stung or bitten by people, I go back to the Aaron thing because Aaron is the only toxic person I can think of that's been in my life recently. I don't really have a lot of people who are toxic. It's in his nature. Think of someone that you've had to deal with where you're like, hey, Barbara, wait, where you're like, they keep repeating the same bad behavior. They're abusive to people. They lie to people. They're bad people. It's in their nature. Move on. And I don't mean it like let it go. I don't mean that. I hate when people say that. But I hope that takes you from this to this. And you can just relax and go. It helps me so much to go, it's in their nature. The reason that helps me is because I don't look at Aaron as a bad guy. If I look at it like that's just in his nature, it's who he is. It's who he will never change. He'll never get better because he doesn't want to. He won't even see what he does. My dad's the same way. He's never going to get better. He'll never reflect on what he's done because he doesn't think he's done anything. So that's his nature. I'm not interested in that kind of a lifestyle. I want to get better. I want to reflect on the things I did to people. I want to take accountability. I want to grow. Yes, my father is a full-blown Scientologist. Reese, I'm all ears. You're making 100% sense. Love the frog story. Never heard. You know who told me that story? Tommy. Now, Tommy didn't make it up. It's like hundreds of years old. I think it's an old story and I loved it. He just told me that story a couple months ago. Oh my God, I need a Who's Aaron t-shirt. Oh, it's true. I love that no one knows who he is. We don't need to spend time on it. He's not a friend. He's not anyone I want to waste time talking about. He's over there and I'm over here and I don't give a shit. He means nothing to me, no value. But yes, it's a valuable story because it's quite sad. The frog and the scorpion story is sad to me because the frog, I Googled it after Tommy told me it and I found it. And no, I'd never heard it either, Martin. And it's a fable. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Zoe. Lisa's like, I don't care. It's a fable, but it's sad. It's sad because How many human beings have we dealt with? And we're the frog, and we go, no, I don't want to trust you. And they go, you can trust me. And then we get effed over. And it's almost like we knew better, but we did it anyway because we're good people. But they did it anyway. They effed us over. And I don't even get mad at people anymore who F people over. It's who they are, it's in their makeup. They're not interested in being good people. They're not interested in getting better, right? So it's in their nature. Hey, Archie's mom. How smart is Tommy? He's amazing. I just love listening to him. Tommy is extremely smart. He is Tommy is someone I really, really enjoy our nightly talks. We don't talk every night because sometimes he'll go late streaming and I try not to stay up late. But I so enjoy talking to him on the phone after all these years because I came from Scientology and I don't know a lot about the outside world. I do more now than I did before. But Tommy is such a good teacher and he has taught me so much without making me feel stupid. Like Tommy loves teaching me things and he doesn't make me feel dumb about it. Like my ex-husband, he would literally say to me, "You don't know that? You don't know what that means? You've never heard that before? Oh, you should know that." That's something people know. Okay? Like that's you should know that. But you're just an uneducated Scientologist. And he would go, "And you don't have any common sense." That's not demeaning. It made me feel so fucking dumb. And Tommy is the total opposite. He's like, "I love when you don't know stuff." Cause I'll be like, "What does that word mean?" He's like, okay. He's like, let me give you an example. He gets all excited about it. Tommy is very, very smart. I don't know if he was just born smart. I know in prison, he spent 13 years in federal prison. He read books like crazy. And I know reading is going to improve your smarts. So he probably was very, well, I know he was smart as a child. I know that he was a very smart kid. Thank you, P. Taylor. But he's grown into a very smart man. And I really admire, that's one of my favorite things about Tommy is how intelligent he is, but he doesn't make anyone feel dumb. He doesn't rub it in your face that he's smart. I hate dick swinger smart, like people who are like, "I'm so smart. Oh my God." He's not like that. And I love that about him. But yes, he's very well read. He's very well read. Yeah, run the world. I agree with that. So I just, guys, put people where they belong. Put them where, like, we spend so much time complaining. We spend so much time chasing the snake. We spend so much time being the frog going, "Why did you do that? Now we're both going to die." You will relieve yourself of so many issues, stress, worry, feelings, right? If you just go, "It's in their nature." Now that I know, though, I'm going to place them where they belong. Stop circling it. Stop going, "Why can't we, I need to have a conversation with you." No, once people show you who they are, place them where they belong. If they're not willing to improve, or if they're just going to go, "This is just who I am," then they're telling you they are the scorpion and it's in their nature. To me, it's a gift. You can look at things on the bright side or the fucking dark side. I look at things on the bright side. It's a gift. Thank you for showing me that that is your nature. Now I have the answer and I can now do something about it. I can make a decision. Before I was confused and I was like, "Why did you do this? Why did you bite me?" No, I don't have to feel that way anymore. You showed me. It's in your nature. Now I can move on. Like, thank you. That's how I feel about people like that these days. Punisher says, "I'm the same way. I have a comprehensive problem. Example, I can't read instructions to put something together because it doesn't make sense." I have that issue too. I feel that way a lot about things. I don't learn things by reading them. I'm more visual. And as you can see here, Punisher, I don't know if you've ever been on this channel before, but I am a verbal processor. Sometimes we come on and I just talk about stupid, silly shit. I'll talk about bodies, sex, relationships, whatever. And sometimes we'll do what we did tonight where it's pretty serious. And I'm like trying to work through things and figure them out. So I definitely process and learn differently. And I'm the same way with when it comes to that. So you're in good company with me. I'm a glass half full all the way. Archie's mom, you are. I hate that. You got called stupid all the time. I did too. Michelle Dry, I'm really happy. Hux, I think he wants in. Thank you, Abigail. Punisher, you know now that you're not, my friend. You know now that you're not. You weren't around the right people. Seamus, you're an annoying little turd that won't flush, and I get tired of it. That's one of the cats. You know now that you're in good company. You just had to find the right people. Hey, Diana H, thank you, babe. Oh, no one ever needs to feel stupid. I can't remember what it is, but it's like expecting a fish to ride a bicycle. You just have different gifts. No one is the same. Nobody's stupid. I always felt stupid too. I still do, guys. I'll admit to this to the new people. I thought the Holocaust was in the 1600s. I thought Philadelphia was a state. I thought Antarctica was a state. I came out of Scientology. I know nothing about the fucking world. I don't know anything about history. I don't know anything about geography. And I will openly admit to I am not educated. I do not have an education. I'm not stupid. I have Seamus. You're the worst, man. You are the most uncoordinated cat. Are you blind or something? I don't know. I know he's not blind. You have no idea. He jumped up onto my bathroom makeup stuff today where all my like skincare is. And he was just like, it's like almost intentional. I feel like he's just like, psh, psh, he's just knocking shit everywhere. I was like, why? I'm chasing the snake, but it's a cat. We just have different gifts. People are fucking gifted, but they're gifted in their, thank you, Original, and they're gifted in different ways. Some people are fish and they can swim really well and they have like sonar, right? Some people are land. Like, it's like, why would we expect everyone to be able to know and do the same? Seamus, I swear to God. Why would we, hey, Lisa Smith. Yeah, he'll be going on soon. That's how I look at people as I sit here and yell at my cat because he's a dumb bum. I'm like, everyone's gifted. Stupid cat. Come here, Shameby. Come here. See, you're not blind because you just saw me do that. Bubby, come tell everyone why you're so dumb. I'm also a hypocrite. Shameby, Bubsy. Come here. Guys, cute as a button, cute as a dimple on a bug's ass, but a real pain in the ass, like the real kind. His name is Seamus because he is from Ireland. Thank you, Kat. Really, really cute. Don't get me wrong, but he's evil. Why are you so evil? Why'd you knock over my skincare? How come you're not gifted? You're a dumb bum. Don't call him dumb. I know. Dark humor. I love Seamus very much, but he makes me very angry. He also pees on my clothes. Reese, you're an effing sponge. Hey, babe. Reese is actually far more intelligent than I am. Okay, that's not true. And we are all hypocrites. I totally agree with that. Like, that's what I mean. We're all sinners. That's why I don't hold anything against anybody. Michelle Dry, do you want to come get him? Puka Vista, why are you sad? I love you. I hope it's not something I said. Please don't let it be something I said. Okay, hold on. But Reese is actually far more intelligent than I am. Her ability to learn is like no one else I've ever seen. And she's a sponge. Very, very intelligent. Thank you, honey. I don't agree with that. I think you are incredibly intelligent. But I was saying earlier, and I don't know how long you've been here, that's why we make such a great pair. We make a very good team because I want to learn. I know, Michelle, I am not a teacher. I want to learn. And Tommy is a really good teacher, but he also learns. Tommy is not so smart that he doesn't think he can learn more. He's always learning more with me, and I love that about him. Reese, you have a high emotional intelligence. Thank you. P. Taylor, do you want to come get him? Prove it, P. Taylor. Come get him, Michelle Dry. Thank you, Sophia. Guys, and Punisher, I really enjoyed talking to you tonight, and I hope you come back. I feel like we have a lot of similarities, and I love when I say to people, you're in good company, I mean it. Like, we are in good company here. That's why I love this chat. I love this community. I love this channel. It's our channel. It's not my channel. We have built this together, and I love getting all these new people because they're so like-minded. They're just like the rest of us. Like, we are broken, we are flawed, and we come here and we're vulnerable. And I love that because we're all very accepting of each other. No one's better than anybody, and no one's getting out of this alive. We're all fucking sinners. It's best to forgive. and know that somebody's therapist knows all about you too. You are the villain in someone else's life as well. Sarah Blackshear. Thanks, babe. See you soon. Reese, Tommy is correct. Thank you, baby steps. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Michelle Dry. I just feel like this is such a safe space. This is my like little comfort zone where I can come and just share open, be very open with you guys. And I'm not nervous to do it. I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm not educated. I don't know a lot, but I know that I'm in good company coming here and people accept me for who and what I am. Well, P. Taylor, that's a bummer. I am so glad that you came out of lurker mode too, Babs, and I hope you keep doing that. Is the lifeboat here? Can you please unblock me? If he's still here, yes, and I will ask him. Hey, handsome man, you're new. Welcome in. Welcome in. Archie's mom, I love having you here. I'm so happy when I see you come into the chat. I love seeing your guys' names. Handsome man, what is this channel about? Guys, do you have an answer for that? It's about life lessons. It's funny. It's silly. I feel bad for Megan Keane still at the beginning. I say dark things. I have very dark humor. It's not going to be for everyone. I say things with a straight face. I'm an ex-Scientologist, and that may not be for you, but I have very dark humor, and may not be for everybody. I feel bad for Megan Keane, and I hope she comes back. Bab says it's all about connection. Are you and Tommy going to reschedule the Scientology show that got canceled? Yes, I told him. So he has something he was going to do with the Nancy Guthrie thing tonight. And I said, do it tonight. I don't care. I'll do this. I'm around, guys. I'm here all week. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. So I figured we could do it tomorrow night. Hey, Rue. I want to do it. I want to. Thank you, Archie's mom. Heather says, I'm here for the dark humor. Well, there was a lady earlier, Heather, that I really pissed off, and I feel kind of guilty about it. I hope she comes back. She won't, but I hope she does. Yes, DNV, I know. We all have that problem to a degree, letting people walk all over us. And I'm so glad that the Punisher opened up and talked to us tonight. I really enjoyed that person. I think that's a guy. Roberta, yeah, Lisa, I have never been able to stand up for myself with certain people. I always freeze immediately and then say, I should have said this or that. You said this, my children. Yeah, it's finding your voice, Roberta. And I talked about that in therapy today. It's a daily thing we have to work on, but it's finding your voice, and your voice is standing up for yourself. That's why I say a lot. No one's coming to save you. No one. Yeah, Jen, like no one's coming to save us. And I like strong, independent women now more than ever. Like I love this channel because I love the guys we have here, but the women are also so strong, and I look up to them. And I used to think that like someone will save me. Hey, Pam, Yorkie mom. And while I'm crazy about Tommy and I love him, I also, it's like, don't ever rely on anyone. Don't rely on an inheritance. Don't rely on your parents. You should always be able to stand up for yourself. Right? As a woman, especially, I really feel that way. Like you should have your own voice, have your own path in life. I really, really like that. I have missed you to forever. Where are you? Pam, where'd you go? Yorkie mom, I love you. Is that what it's called when you don't chat, lurker mode? Yes. I've been a lurker on the boat for a year. Oh my God. Tahoe Trinkets, I'm so glad you came over here. Yes. Lurker mode is just people who don't chat, but they're here. And you know what the weirdest thing is? It still blows me away. Someone will come out of lurker mode and go, I've watched you since day one. I've never talked. I'm like, what? I've been here for almost 3 years and you know me and I don't know you. What the hell? Like, I forget that there's lurkers. I assume everybody in here is chatting. They're not. Kind of pisses me off. I'm like, holy crap. Hey, thinking about the Punisher. If we did have bad days, we would never know that you were having a good one. Yes. I don't know if the Punisher is still here, but I love that. That's what I was saying earlier. That's why we have to have good and evil, right? Because in order to experience the good, we have to have the bad so that we can feel grateful. That's what gratefulness is all about for me lately. Like if I have a bad experience with a situation or a person, I'm like, thank you for showing me. Thank you for showing me your behavior. Now I can make decisions to better my path. When bad things happen, it makes you reflect on the good. Sarah Blackshear, the Punisher, is some new guy from the boat. I really enjoyed him. We were chatting with him tonight. Oh, no, it'll be tomorrow, probably, Abigail. I think it'll be tomorrow night. I'll just hold him to it. Yes, Angie Mo. I love that. This was an intense stream to prayers to everyone who needs it. Thank you, Renee B. And I hope you're doing better. Hey, Run the World. I haven't been able to replay your shows from LA. Oh, please do. I don't ever ask anyone to catch a replay. By the way, shout out to the replay crew. Thank you, replay crew. I'll binge tonight. Hope you had a good time. And next time, please come to San Diego. I would love to do that. Thank you, Kirsty Collins. I think there's a lot of truth to it, Kirsty Collins. Oh. Sorry, guys, I had to answer that. Yes. And the best stories in life are the setbacks to comebacks. Yes. I just think, guys, there's so much to be grateful for when people show you bad behavior. Then you can improve on that. Rhonda, I would love to. I lived in Kansas City forever. Thank you. And I Run the World. I never ask people to go back and watch a stream. That Friday night stream was incredibly powerful and very much up for interpretation. I'd like to hear your viewpoint on it, to be honest, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you for your super chat. Closing. Joyful are people of integrity who follow the instructions of the Lord. Joyful are those who obey his laws and search for him with all their hearts. Old Testament. Abigail, that's beautiful. Thank you for that scripture, babe. And thank you for being a member. Pam, you're still here. I love you, Pam. Thank you for gifting memberships. People love that, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Run the World. Pam, I'm glad I got to see you in this last moment. Thank you, babe. And I love you. All right, guys, I will, and thank you to everyone. Thanks, Paula McDonald. Thank you to everyone who is here tonight. Please hit subscribe. YouTube does unsubscribe you. Please hit the like button, hype the video after it's over. And I will be back tomorrow afternoon, regular time. I just want to say thank you for tonight. This was a very meaningful, powerful stream. And I really mean it. DNV, thank you for opening up. Punisher, thank you for being vulnerable. I love you guys. Michelle Dry, you were wonderful tonight, guys. Mods, thank you for protecting us as always. Martin, you keep asking this question, and I told you I have no idea where she is. I almost feel like you don't believe me or something. People do come and go, man. We've lost a lot of people who used to be here. Remember Ann Casillas? She was great. She fucking hates me now. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia's still here. I'm just kidding. Now I'm just doing that to push your buttons. I love you, Alicia. I'll see you tomorrow, babe. Thank you. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy, for the super sticker. Summertime, thank you for being here, guys. I will see everybody tomorrow. I mean it. Thank you for your time. It's very validating. Thank you for listening to me. I know, Marissa, I'm hopping off. All right, everybody. She's under my chair, Martin. I forgot. Yeah, she's hidden. She's hidden in my trunk. All right, guys. Pat, thank you for that. First time here, just came in 10 minutes ago. I hope that you come back. Off to the lifeboat. Thank you, Real Slick. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you over on the lifeboat. I'm going to hop in the chat. All right, guys. I mean it. New people, thank you. Love you, Original Ann. Pam, I'm glad I got to see you, babe. All right. I'll see everybody tomorrow. And here comes Fred, guys.